This is a media literacy alert video. Something new has been popping up on YouTube, and most people can sense it long before they put a name to it. It's a bit like damp. Today, I wanted to talk about a particular type of AI channel, something jokingly referred to in tech circles as Olivia, or Olivia. And no, it's not a real person. It stands for Off Label Imitation of Verified Intellectual Authorship. Okay, enough of that. You can scoot on now. Okay, we need to talk. And I am going to hold my microphone to show you that I'm a real human who can interact with their surroundings. Now, let's get rid of this background. And as you can see, I'm back in my normal clothes and makeup. Now, that wasn't AI. That was clever editing. Something that I learned over 15 years working in film production before starting this. Something that took me, a real human, hours to complete, but I think it brings the message home. Now, let's go back to the topic at hand. Let's talk about Olivia. Some of you may have noticed new channels popping up that look very polished, very calm, deeply reassuring, but also, you know what? I'm going to leave all my misspeaks in here. They also feel oddly empty because, like, I'm a human, so I misspeak. Now, these videos tend to sound confident without thinking, and the narration flows but never pauses to breathe. Also, they seem to always wear the same shirt, as if laundry is not a real thing in their reality, and that must be freaking nice, right? Now, you've also maybe have noticed that these channels claim to be Americans living in the UK, but also speak in an accent that can only be best described as strong opinions about the Midlands. That's not a glitch, it's a genre. So let's define terms now. Now, what is an AI slop channel? It's not spam. It's not art for sure. It doesn't shout. Instead, it does something far more subtle. It takes creators' real content, human created videos. It extracts the structure, the pacing, the tone, and sometimes even the scripts word for word. Then it programs a synthetic presenter to deliver this to you. It's not parody, it's not even critiquing, it's definitely not a reactionary. It's just replacement of real humans. And like I said, it's not creative. The goal isn't to be creative, it's to mimic actual content that's already doing well. And that's where Olivia comes in. So let's break down the acronym Olivia. It means off label, being used in a way it was not designed for. Language models that are designed for helping you with summaries and drafts, maybe even your typos. It replaces that. And then it also does something else, imitation, not inspiration, not citation of the original work, just copying the original thought without even originating it. Then verified intellectual authorship. And I think this part is rather important. A real human creator researches, chooses what to put in the video, chooses what to omit from the video, takes a position on ideas, and stands behind those positions. AI channels borrow the output without any of the process of creation. That's Olivia. Now, how do these Olivia channels operate? These channels tend to share certain traits. First, they cluster around an active series, not old videos, not finished topics, but ones that are actively going on because that's where the data is the freshest and people are probably going to stumble on those videos easier because analytics. Second, they mirror the presenter. They feel like they have a similar structure, they do a similar pacing, similar tone, but their arguments never deepen on a subject. Also, these programs seem to not understand the concept of asterisks or commas, and when they copy a script, they actually have the AI presenter say asterisk and comma. Third, and more importantly, I think, they avoid any risk. They don't have any opinions. But because they don't have any opinions, they don't have any responsibility for a risk. And finally, They can produce these videos at volume that a real human cannot do. Shooting, writing, editing, all of that takes time. AI prompts can regurgitate these basically instantly. Now, this isn't about hurt feelings or creator drama. This is about signal versus noise. YouTube works when you, the viewer, can tell that I, the creator, am a real human with real opinions, really learning, and really enjoying these topics. Olivia channels, if they dominate this platform, they just offer plausible explanations without judgment, facts without any context, and that I don't believe is an education. That is just autocomplete with a microphone. And back to the appearance of these channels. You may notice that these channels often use a very specific aesthetic. It's polished, non-threatening, vaguely presenter-like, and sometimes they even steal the background from your living room. Because the goal, again, isn't to be interesting or creative. It's to be inoffensive and replace a human without raising any alarms, which is why they're scraping from humans that are already successfully doing this. You also might be thinking you're looking at a real human creator, only to find out it's just an AI prompt being programmed by some bloke in his basement. Now, that's not a crime, but it is a clue. So, how can you spot the difference between AI channels and real creators? You ask yourself this: could this video be created by anyone? Because there's no depth to it. If the answer is yes, then it probably is. Real creators have strong opinions and leave fingerprints, have priorities, and speak with hesitation. And also sometimes make like jokes that half the audience don't like. But I think I'm funny. Anyway, but that is the messiness of human creation and human thought. So if you see an Olivia channel out there looking vaguely calm, confident, well lit, but also I'm gonna leave my misspeaks in here because again, I'm human. It looks well lit, but somehow flat at the same time because the background's not real. It's probably an AI channel. And that's just a computer system. That's not a real person. And computers don't create culture. Humans do. Computers just eat that culture. So if you're feeling like I am and you're rather sick of AI slop channels, let me know in the comments below. And please give this video a thumbs up and the little hype thing if you see it. And now I'm going to go interact with my background so that you know I'm a real human. John Ronson, British author, by the way. One of my favorites. Check it out. Until then, I'll see you in the next one.